Wife Nancy for 35, have 3 kids, have 3 grandkids. Those of you who have heard me speak before know that I said more than once at least, that I realized that running for office was a component of looking at those 3 grandkids. And now I really understand that bumper sticker that says, if I knew grandkids would be this much fun, I'd have them first. That's why I'm running. I'm running because at the end of the day, I've been an attorney, and I've had a career. I'm not running to get a career. I have a career. But ultimately, this country has been a great country to all of us. I was born in Miami, but my family came from Cuba. So we know when we talk about liberty and freedom, these are not just words. And to hear the insane lunatic left talk about these issues, about socialism like it's an option, about communism like it's just another option, they don't know what they're talking about. They're insane, ultimately, insane. Liberty and freedom have to be fought for. Now, I am and support President Trump and the America First agenda. Now, I'm telling you, I've been from the first. I voted for him in the primary. I voted for him in the general. I want to keep the Trump train rolling because you know the Democrats, ultimately, what they want to do is derail the train. Now, tonight, we want to make nice. I understand. But I will say a few words about why the most critical issue you have to answer about voting in District 23, your friends, family, those that you know, is who is best equipped to take on Debbie Wasserman Schultz in the fall and finally win it for the Republicans. Now, I'm going to suggest to you that a couple of months ago, we were here. My 2 opponents, I've told them more than once that I respect them. I appreciate them. But ultimately, because it's not easy to run, but ultimately you've got to make a decision. And that's the test. Who is best equipped to take on Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Tim Canova, the independent? Because it really is our best opportunity to finally win. Those of us that are old enough know Ross Perot, except against them, right? 1992. Now, ultimately, my 2 opponents, again, I respect them. But Joe, as I've said more than once, and he knows this, I've said it. He's raised a lot of money over multiple races. And I keep wondering, if I'm a donor, why hasn't he spent that money? I mean, are you supposed to raise money to win? But you've been running several times already, and ultimately, if I'm a donor, I feel like some trust has been violated because you raised the money for the very purpose of winning. Now, he has run 3 times and he's acknowledged it, and I've told him more than once. But it's like baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. But the reality is the people have decided. Joe's not the one. With respect to Ms. Spalding, again, I respect her service, and I've said it more than once. But the 3 things that I mentioned, if you were here in that debate 2 months ago, you heard it from me. Number 1, she doesn't live in the district. You've got to live in the district. I've lived here 40 years. You got to know where Miramar and Penal Pines ends and begins. You got to talk to the people. You got to know what people are talking about. You got to be engaged. You got to know where places are to represent people. Number 2, she did run back where she really lives, in Palm Beach in 2016. She ran first as a Republican, then as an independent when things weren't going so well. Even there, where they best know her, she got 3% of the vote. Now she's running as a Republican. In fact, I'm going to suggest to you that she became an independent, and while all of us were running in the primary of 2016 to vote for President Trump and the Republicans, she not only not voted for Trump, she didn't vote for Republican, because she couldn't vote. We're in a closed primary state. If you're an independent, you cannot vote in the Republican or Democrat primaries. And number 3, we all know this. If you've got YouTube or social media, if you're going to say you're the most Trump of all, and that you're supporting the president on the critical issues, one of the critical pillars is building the wall. Go to YouTube or social media and you're going to hear the exact quote is, "The wall will not work." That was Ms. Spalding's position back in 2016. I'm wondering if it's changed. Even if it hasn't, if we had followed that train of thought, President Trump wouldn't be president today. Now, ultimately, the question is, who is best equipped to beat Debbie Wasserman Schultz? I'm going to suggest that if you vote for either one of my opponents, you're voting for an open border, amnesty, a poor economy. Why? Because only one person here is best equipped to defeat her come November, and that's Carlos Reyes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm your congressman, it'll stop the one person that actually might file those articles of impeachment from filing them come with a flip of the House, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Number 2, as your congressman, you bet I'll stand for the America First agenda. You know why? Because that's common sense. The common sense of immigration, which touches everything, the economy, jobs, public safety, national security. Ultimately, it means E-Verify. Stop with the chain migration. Ultimately, the economy has to be strong. So I'll support deregulation, tax cuts. In fact, I'm going to tell you, I'm the only one in this race who for 30 years have been in private sector business. I created more jobs. I used to joke that I created more jobs than Obama. Now, that might not be true, but I definitely created more jobs than Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And beyond that, the other issues that are important, I'm going to support the president, the infrastructure, the growing economy, as I mentioned, all the issues, the military, the blue line. I'm endorsed by the FOP, ladies and gentlemen. The police thought that after vetting the candidates, meeting us, they took it away from Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz. They didn't give it to Joe. They didn't give it to Carla. They gave it to the first-time candidate, Carlos Reyes. They know I stand with the blue, that I back the blue, and I believe in the rule of law. I'm going to close with this because I know someone behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is critical that you think about this. I'm a Christian, conservative, constitutionalist. I believe in the rule of law. I believe that ultimately we can win this by applying conservative principles. President Trump has demonstrated that if you apply conservative principles, they work. So tonight I'm asking you to go to your friends. If you're watching live here, go to your friends, your family, and advise them, vote Reyes. Make sure absentee ballots. Make sure early voting. August